the story gets better. You went to Tech.
Yes.
And of all the halls, you didn't find anyone but which one?
Katanga.
And who was your roommate?
K. BoakyE.
Who
is now COP Kofi BoakyE.
Okay. And your classmate in a disco was who again?
Ken Japo.
Should I continue with this interview? So your classmate is Kennedy Japan.
That's it.
Whom you gave his nickname.
Of course. I was so notorious. This was the young Kumasi guy, smallish as you can see from my now, giving nicknames. And 75% of nicknames given to classmates
were from you?
Well, yeah.
Okay. So what was Kennedy Japan's nickname?
You want to know?
Yes, I do.
Freaks.
Freaks. Kennedy Japan Freaks.
Yes, because
so he is hiding that nickname from the public.
Actually, when we went for homecoming in a disco, the whole school was hailing him with Freaks.
Oh, Freaks. Frisco Frisk.
Yes.
So how come the rest of the country, as you know, popular as he is, how come nobody knows about Frisk?
Yeah, because now he's Honorable Ken.
Honorable Ken.
You see?
From now, I'm calling him Frisk.
Go ahead.
Wait. Fricks.
Oh, Fricks.
And
yes.
why that? Where did that come from?
You know, he was trying to pronounce cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
And then he said conflicts.
Canadian Japan women. He is dead. He is dead.
Yeah.
He was trying to pronounce
cornflakes. and he said conflicts.
And that became
with his Fosu self.
Wow.
Yes.
Canadian Japan secret now you don't have.
Of course.
Okay,
I mean,
no
that's
problem.
the naked truth. Nothing hidden.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So now, when we talk to Canadian Japan, which nickname is he? Did he give you a nickname back?
No, he couldn't give me.
He couldn't give you.
I had my own nickname.
And which is what?
I told you I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna say.
Yes.
So now, if you know EO answer, get us back, because see those high school nicknames.
Yeah.
My own is buried. Nobody is going to ever know about it.
Oh.
And if any of you dig it up, you're fired from this place. So you're not going to tell us your nickname?
No.
Okay. Kennedy Japan, you got yours unearthed, so we're going to get to you to bring his.
That's it.
So ministering these days, there's a lot of dependence on the revenue flow.
Okay.
Okay. You are ministering in Ghana where, let's say, people pay tithe or whatever they contribute in cities. And then you're ministering in UK. The currency is pound sterling. And then you're back in Ghana. What's the drive?
Well, if you didn't remind me of the difference in currency, I wouldn't even have thought of it.
Okay.
You know, because the motivation should not be money. The motivation will be around the fulfillment of your purpose. Your assignment to the people is your motivation.
Okay. If you see any pastor, that's exactly what they will tell you. But in today's religion, Christianity, if you ask 10 people on the street, about 7 of them will tell you it's all about money. Why is yours different?
It's because they don't get the crux of the whole gospel matter.
Okay.
You see, money follows ministry. Ministry does not follow money.
Okay.
If you execute ministry well, bless people, broaden their understanding about God, show them the highway to the heart of God, trust me, it will affect their pockets.
Interesting.
They are going to give willingly and voluntarily. I have seen that. I have done ministry for over 2 decades, and I can testify without fear of contradiction that good ministry is followed by money.
Not the other way around.
Not the other way around.
So why do you think other preachers don't get this? They go out, it's all about money. They preach for 5 minutes, the next 30 minutes is all about money.
Trust me, I've been preaching here in Ghana. Nobody that has come to my church would ever say that Bishop stood and raised money. But we are not stressed.
There you go. So it comes naturally.
It comes naturally.
If you're doing the right
thing. It works. But when you don't get the concept, and you get filled with fear, fear of paying your bills, fear of sustaining the ministry, fear of where the next money is going to come from, you get into trying to get, make sure you get the money. You confront guys in your church, you do this and that. But I pray to God that fellow pastors will understand that the people who sit at their feet are not stupid. Most of them know the lights over there cost money, the air conditioners cost money, the premises cost money, and when the good word descends to them, they know how to respond by giving.
All right.
So talking about ignorance, you see, it is all about Isaiah chapter 5, the verse of 13. My people have gone into captivity because they have no knowledge. So the church is not knowledgeable. We've come to a place where people are trying to replace God before the congregation. Why? Because the members of the church don't have knowledge. When you don't know what to do, anybody will tell you what to do. That is why there are so many things called directions, and we tell you what to do. It has raised false prophets, brought them onto the scene because the people are ignorant.
Okay.
That stands for ignorance.
All right,
then comes superstition. You see, the difference between what to use wisdom for and what to use prayer for is very relevant. So superstition is where you over spiritualize things. You see a house fly, you think you are under attack. You don't even check your environment to see it's attracting house flies.
Oh, can you say that again? Everything happens. Oh, it must be this.
It must be devil. It must be demons. It must be this.
Yeah.
And we've got to understand how to draw the line between the things that demand knowledge and wisdom and the things that are demonic and spiritual.
So of the bad things that go on, I mean, there's no clear-cut answer to this.
Yeah.
But you've got my attention with this because I happen to believe that sometimes we give the devil too much credit.
That's the truth.
All right. So how do we tell the difference? How do we tell what's just a freak accident and when something is really going on?
Well, you are trying to now get me to preach a whole sermon. And I don't think we have time enough to preach a whole sermon.
Right.
But the truth is, my people are so superstitious. And I say this plainly and bluntly. That is why they get bullied by so-called false prophets. Because they make everything spiritual.
If you trip and fall, they say, that one. So come and let me pray for you.
Exactly. You see, but life is on a physical plane.
Yeah.
The dilemma of life is that we live in a physical world faced with two spiritual worlds. One is the world of light and one is the world of darkness. And we are supposed to be influenced by one of them. And that is whether the light, the kingdom of light, which is headed by Christ, or the kingdom of darkness, which is headed by the devil.
Okay. So due to time, what's the third one?
The third one is tradition.
Tradition. Okay.
Tradition is the old systems set by our fathers, which we have no choice but to follow.
Example?
You see, the fact that you are born a Muslim doesn't mean you should end up being a Muslim. You've got to investigate the source of your faith and where you are going.
By the same token, I would say the fact that I'm born a Christian doesn't mean I have to die a Christian. I can go to Islam.
Go ahead.
You're fine with that?
Talk. Of course.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah. The fourth is religion.
Okay.
Religion is man-made rules designed by man in an attempt to seek God or discover God. Okay. And that is very, very dangerous because it may be contradictory to the word of God.
So we're almost out of time. But I have to ask you this. You went to the diaspora and came back. What message do you have for Ghanaians in the diaspora? And let me qualify this. If you talk to the Ghanaian abroad, the doom saw this, the street lights are broken, the potholes, I can live in corruption. But the Chinese are coming. The French are coming, the Americans are coming. They see something. In spite of all that, they're coming, investing, and reaping profits and going back. Why is it that they see it, but we Ghanaians don't see it?
That's the sad fact. Now, I can summarize the answer to your question in a statement. Every problem you see in Africa is business.
Okay.
We only have to wake up and smell the coffee. Okay. We've got to know that every problem we come across, whether it's open gutters, whether it's mosquitoes, whether it's lack of protocol or lack of customer service or corruption, bribery, everything is business. We've got to understand that somebody discovered that even the way to dispose of our rubbish was inefficient, and he introduced efficient ways of disposing of your rubbish, and he has become a millionaire. Now tell me what, the Chinese are coming because they have eyes to see that problems are business opportunities.
Yeah.
So if you tell me what I see money, I see business, I see prosperity, I see progress, I see increase.
Wow.
We just have to wake up and open our eyes. Again, believers who claim to be connected with God must be enlightened by the Spirit of God enough to lead in our societies.
Very good. Very good. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been great. Our final area of question is, when you look in the future, what do you see? Ghana, I mean, everybody, we have issues. Every government faces criticism. You're not doing this. Take me, close your eyes and tell me, Ghana in 2030, what do you see?
Ghana in 2030 is going to be great. It's going to be great because when we are fed up with what doesn't work, we will rise up to the occasion of looking for what works. And I see that we are being fair. The last election taught me a great lesson. For confidentiality reasons, I can't say everything here.
Right.
But Ghanaians saw that it's not the loudest voice that gets the votes. But people have now grown to see in between the lines who they should vote for. I pray to God that Ghanaians will not sell their votes for Chalewate. They won't sell their votes for mere currencies of money or dollars, but they will just be truthful to themselves, out of integrity, to know who their leader is.
So what do you say to prophets who predict elections?
You know, I am not for that. You see what it is? We are not called to predict elections.
So you didn't make any prediction?
Subject to votes.
You did not make any prediction?
Never.
Okay.
And I don't think I would ever do that. Because the people have sense enough to vote for who they like.
And to find that maybe the prediction is not born out of any type of spiritual realization, but all based on this. how does that make you feel?
That's appalling, because you see, I told my kids, my wife, that Donald Trump would lose, and that doesn't make it any special. I don't think I stepped into my prophetic office to discern who would win. It was just by observation.
By observation.
Yeah, I'm not into doing guesswork and calling it prophecy.
You know what?